Synopsis of the Books of the Bible. Song of Songs. By JND Darby. All Scripture is given by inspiration of God, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. 2 Timothy 3 verses 16 and 17. Synopsis of the Books of the Bible. By John Nelson Darby. Song of Songs. Chapter 5. The reassured heart, exhibiting slothfulness, is disciplined. Canticles 5 gives us another experience. Intimacy was formed through the testimony of the bridegroom's affection. The reassured heart, certain of his love, exhibits its slothfulness. Alas, what hearts are ours! We turn again to ourselves as soon as we are comforted by the testimony of the Lord's love. The bridegroom's sensitive and righteous heart acts upon her word, and he retires from one who does not listen to his voice. She arises to learn her own folly, and the just delicacy, with respect to herself, of his ways whom she had slighted. How often, alas, do we act in the same manner with regard to the voice of his Spirit and the manifestations of his love? What a dreadful loss! But, through grace, what a lesson! She is chastised by those who watch for the peace of Jerusalem. What had she to do in the streets at night, she whom the bridegroom had sought at home? And now her very affection exposes her to reproof, the expression of its energy placing her in a position that proved she had slighted her beloved. If we are not in the peaceful enjoyment of the love of Christ, where he meets with us in grace, the very strength of our affection and our self-condemnation causes us to exhibit this affection out of its place, in a certain sense, and bring us into connection with those who judge our position. It was right discipline for a watchman to use towards a woman who was wandering without, whatever might be the cause. Testimonies of her affection to her beloved at home, the love of her own heart, do not concern the watchman. Affection may exist, but he has to do with order and a becoming walk. Nevertheless, her affection was real and led to an ardent expression of all that her beloved was to her, an expression addressed to others, who ought to understand her, not to the watchman, but to her own companions. But if sloth had prevented her receiving him in the visitations of his love, her heart, now disciplined by the watchman and turned again to her beloved, overflowing with his praises, being taught of God, knows where to find him.